Jayden Daniels, Part 2. The Heisman Trophy winner put up the highest offensive grade of any QB in college football. He had an 8.4 big-time throw percentage, a 1.6 turnover-worthy play percentage. He scrambled 55 times, which was tied third most, and had an 82.2 grade under pressure, and an 11.3 big-time throw percentage under pressure, which was first. Daniels was well deserving of all the praise and accolades he was awarded this year, but now the focus has shifted to the NFL draft. There have been a wide range of rumors regarding his stock, from going number 2 to possibly dropping below J.J. McCarthy and going outside of the top 10. With all the chaos surrounding the QB order, it's time for someone to bring clarity to the people. Where does Daniels rank in this class, and what is his true value? That's what we're going to look at today, as we're going to break his game down trait by trait. Starting off with his exceptional arm talent. Daniels can generate great velocity on his throws without a lot of body movement. His throwing motion is consistent, smooth, and compact. Even when he's throwing to the far sideline, his motion looks the same. He doesn't need to overcompensate to get more power on these throws, which is valuable and is a trait that CJ Stroud similarly has. To be honest, that's something I didn't give Stroud enough credit for, but I am giving it to Daniels. The ball flies out of his hand and his motion is remarkably consistent. His quick release is also a huge reason why he graded so well against the blitz last year. As for his overall mechanics, I think teams will love this part of his game. In this play against Ole Miss, Daniels is able to fit the ball between two zone defenders in a tight window. His fast release prevents the defenders from converging on it, and also the ball is just shot out of a cannon. Jayden has impressive arm strength. He doesn't throw from a lot of different arm angles, which is fine since he does a good job of consistently getting his feet set, and he moves around well in the pocket. Now let's look at his touch. Jayden can throw with great feel and touch to all three levels. Even on a crosser over the linebacker's head like here versus Florida State, he throws a pretty deep ball. He does a great job putting a lot of air under these passes, which allows his receivers to adjust. You'll see plenty of in-the-bucket throws on his tape. Against Mississippi State, Neighbors runs a double move on the outside and creates a little bit of separation. Jayden doesn't really step into this throw, just a slight shift forward, and he's still able to launch this ball, and he puts the perfect weight on it. And LSU loved drawing up one-on-one fade balls since they had two extremely talented receivers in Neighbors and Thomas, and Daniels threw them a lot of good balls. In the red zone, Daniels was accurate most of the time and gave his star guys an opportunity to either high point the ball or run past their assignment. Against Florida, Daniels has Brian Thomas on a slot fade. Working near his own end zone with the blitz coming in, Daniels is still able to loft this ball up as he leads Thomas outside, again with a perfectly weighted pass. And Daniels shows potential with his poise. Even with the pocket breaking down around him, Daniels keeps his eyes downfield, uses his feet to avoid traffic, and can deliver strong throws in the midst of pressure. When his first read isn't open, he still looks comfortable in the pocket and stands tall. I'd like to see him show this poise off and stick in the pocket more often. There are some plays where he'll leave the pocket prematurely, but we'll get to that later. On to his play speed. Daniels has good play speed. He has the ability to quickly go through reads and work to the backside. Against FSU here, the three receiver bunch on the strong side is well covered, so he gets back to the weak side and throws to the curl receiver as he's coming out of his break. His clean mechanics allow him to consistently be on time with delivering the ball. Playmaking. Daniels has very good athleticism and great pocket movement, which allows him to extend plays. He can shift around in the backfield until he finds a target downfield, and due to his home run speed, defenders will usually try to pursue him, which leads to receivers getting open downfield. He's able to quickly get his feet set while on the move and deliver the ball with accuracy. When pressure gets in the backfield, he's able to evade. He's even got the athleticism to do a 180 and get out of the pocket. His poise and agility are what made him so successful against the blitz this past season. And if there's ever a lane integrity breakdown on the defensive line, Daniels is going to run for the first down. So, on to his running ability. This is where he made most of his highlight plays. He's such a good passer that teams are forced to respect his arm, which opens running lanes. You can call running plays for Jayden and get big chunks of yardage, convert big third downs, and get touchdowns in the red zone. He has the agility to make defenders miss in the open field and the speed to take it all the way to the house. He's very effective on option plays and makes the correct read most of the time. If one defender plays with poor gap integrity, Daniels will exploit it and get a nice gain. His running ability will add a completely new dimension to the offense of the team he gets picked by. Now on to his weaknesses, which are mental. Starting with decision making. Against Florida State here, he's facing a four-man rush with a spy, but he has Malik Neighbors on a shallow cross running behind the spy. As the pocket breaks down, instead of standing in and delivering the ball, he looks to run out and gets a modest gain. He has a tendency of ducking his head and looking to run when the pocket breaks down. Instead of keeping his eyes downfield, he needs to get the ball to his playmakers in a situation like this. Again here, 5-man blitz. The LSU slot receiver is going to win inside leverage off the line and then break in. Instead of Daniels throwing it to him, he tries to run. Neighbors was also open on the far sideline. Plays like this make you question whether Daniels knows what he's seeing in front of him. I'd like to see him trust his own pocket passing more often. His tape is littered with him turning down open guys to then run the ball. He is a high-level runner, but being a one-trick pony will not be good enough at the next level. Against Alabama on this play, he literally turns down an open screen just to take it himself the other way. Based on the movement of the offensive line, there's no way that this was the design play. And he also tends to keep his eyes working from one sideline to the other instead of scanning the entire field. This leads to him missing receivers down the middle of the field. This is especially the case versus pressure. And lastly, he is reckless as a runner. This guy was in some heavy collisions last season, and the hits he decided to take were alarming. I mean, randomly hurdling on a 1st and 10 in the first game of the season. I don't think I saw him throw the ball away or slide once on tape. He needs to get better at protecting the ball as a runner. He will not survive by taking hits like this consistently at the NFL. Overall, Jayden Daniels is a phenomenal prospect. He has good size and elite athleticism. He has a consistent, compact throwing motion and can generate good velocity with little torque. He has good feet in the pocket and always sets himself before delivering the ball. He has excellent touch on his deep balls, puts a lot of air under them and gives his receiver a chance. He's poised in the pocket and can stand in the face of pressure. He makes subtle movements to buy himself more time. He can evade pressure with his legs and extend plays. Daniels is a top-level runner at the QB position and can take chunk plays if he sees a gap in the line. He's also very effective on design QB runs and has impressive acceleration. He needs to slow down his eyes and read the middle of the field. He tends to scan sideline to sideline and also looks to run too often. As a ball carrier, he is very reckless and takes a lot of big hits. Daniels should be a top 3 pick in this class. He's a great thrower of the ball, is tough, and can make plays on his own using his legs. Hopefully the team he goes to at the next level tries to keep him in structure and simplify the game for him. He has high-level traits but makes bad decisions when out of structure. If he can develop as a pocket passer and slow down his eyes, the sky is the limit for him. At the moment, it is close, but I think he's the QB2 in this class. Everyone makes a big deal about these rankings, but truly all the top 3 guys have the talent to be franchise quarterbacks. I don't really see any busts here. The order is going to come down to personal preference. So those are my thoughts on Jayden Daniels. Let me know what you think about him in the comments and who you want to see in the next video. That's all from me, and I'm out.